All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of One on One. I don't think we need much of an introduction here.
I want all the titles. I want all in. I want all credentials, all at the end. To just, I want it all. I was not sweating for nothing.
Yes, I mean, beside all these accolades, beside the trophy, beside, being one of the most iconic figure in the dance world, today I'm a bit also personally attached to this because I have been blessed to be coach and learn so many things from you. And it's so nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
How are you, first of all?
Good. It's early, but yeah, we to do it. It's too late, and I'm that type of guy. If I commit to something, I do it, even if it's painful. So hopefully it won't be that painful.
No, hopefully.
But nice to be here, and I'm happy also that you're doing it, moving from being competitor and this period.
It's not easy, but nice that you are already active and doing positive stuff. Even though if you're bad at it, it's as long.
I also was better at dancer than this, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, let's go. The whole point is to have a nice conversation. Hopefully something will come up with it. I like the idea of the podcast. I think it's new and stuff. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it too.
Yeah, I mean, it was born because I truly was always more inspired by the story behind what I saw. Like, of course, I look at video when I was a kid, but when I hear like what's behind that, what the intention behind what I see, it's louder to me. So I think for people to know a little bit more the person that they always see judging or the people that they always see dancing, it's very good.
Yeah, nice.
And so let's start this. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of the role of the coach or your main teacher or your main guidance, because to me it changed kind of my journey as a dancer. So I wanted to know what do you think is the best way for dancer to choose their coach, and how should they navigate into this?
I mean, it's a big one. You mentioned this, that we were in that sort of I was in that sort of role. It moved that way. It wasn't set by any contracts or agreements like in other sports or art would be. This is a contract. We commit to certain amount of hours. This is your money.
Yeah.
This is, let's go. In our business, it's a bit of that fluid. So that border, how to create that, and it's very often comes because of the natural flow of the relationship. With us, it moved that way. That actually we started worked a bit more. It worked for you, worked for me. So actually, in a natural way, it moved that way. I didn't see myself as much as a coach. Something, I don't know why. Maybe because as a core of my work and belief system, I really believe in the dancers as individuals and their self-standing, creating their own style, using maybe people who can help with it. Right. So as an idea, I don't really like it. But it is very important role, and you can have many teachers, and you didn't say many coaches. So coach creates that sort of safety that is a closed shop. There is a team. There is not a lot of people allowed. So what it creates, what I like about it, if you select someone that actually you are also distracted from a lot of noise. So the one aspect that I like about it is like, listen, if this is working, at least you don't have so many noises, because this teacher said that, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I have so many ideas. This one tells me one thing, this one tells another thing, and I'm confused. And you cannot put it so that a team, in a teamwork kind of thing, what works, that is a very closed shop. So there's you and your partner, ideally one more person. That's it. So if you have too many people in a team, then that could be confusing. So so I think it's essential to sort of establish that, at least to talk to your partner. I mean, me and Joanna had one coach who was rude. That was set and stoned. We had lessons with amazing teachers around, and I loved so many people that I work with. But the final say, even what we are wearing,
We'll go with it.
was always the three of us, and that's it. And that gave a sense of safety and clear direction. I was not confused on any competitions. I knew my direction where I was going, and the person to go on that comp would be Ruud. If I need to talk to someone, he would be the one. I wouldn't be calling teachers that I see 2-3 times a year, because they simply, it's not fair on them. And I'm receiving those phone calls now. I'm watching. I've seen a couple once a year. They call me which shirt I should wear for the next round. I'm like, mate, we are not in this relationship. Right. It would be unfair. It's not that I don't care for you. I just don't. It's unfair from me from this point to say important stuff at this point. Right. So it's essential because it can make you or break you. Yeah. So as an essence, I don't believe in it. Ideally, we would not need any teachers, no coaches. We just amazing two individuals that have a strong bond figure. This is an ultimate. And when I teach now, I 99% I'm trying to establish relationships that are not dependent on me.
And I heard that a lot, both from you and from Ruud. Like my goal is to make sure that you don't need me.
Yeah, anymore. That's it.
So that's kind of your way of
anyway, yes, exactly.
And I guess, yeah, it's great because it teaches you how, okay, you get all this knowledge, all these tools, and then you got to figure it out by yourself.
Yeah.
The thing that to me was very new when I started working with you and of course also with Ruud was the fact that you guys have a completely different teaching methods than I've ever seen before.
Okay.
I always thought that the teacher should tell you what's wrong. Mm-hmm. The teacher should tell you, okay, you're bad at this, improve this. And then with you guys was completely different. Uh-huh. It was more like, you're very good at this, so let's focus on this, let's push on this. And the teaching method that you have, it's very different all the time because I think you adapt the situation. You have like so many tools and different teaching methods. I feel.
Mm-hmm. Teaching methods is a big thing. There's a big genre. So what you are talking about is a command style of teaching that, as an essence, when we come to the studio, the teacher knows, the student doesn't know. So, and that's it. So that's already create that sort of distance and some sort of rules. As you mentioned, ideally it goes towards totally opposite, that the student knows and the teacher is just supporting it. So this is the two opposite spectrums. Depending on which level you are teaching, of course, because some kid is coming and the legs are bent. You have to teach them the rules. Right. So listen, this is the rules. Actually, that is a turnout. I know you don't know, so you better do it like that. So there is that. But let's be honest. A lot on the high level, we're not teaching kids. This is all human beings. They have own personal style. They have all different needs. They come from different backgrounds, different cultures. They have different belief systems and all that. So my method will be a lot based on listening. So to make the right. That's right. So I know what I know and I know what I like, but that's not necessarily what the couple needs. Right. So listening is the foundation of actually understanding what should be done. So listening skills, it's the method that is a very hard one, and we know, even having lessons with some from experience, the teachers, that they just didn't listen to us. We said one thing, that we want to do cha-cha, and that person has decided to do a choreography in a rumba because he thinks that's correct. So there is this, okay. So
but I see this also like experience in teaching a little bit. It's always like this self-check. Okay, am I saying this because of me or my ego, or because really it's what they need? But I don't think people have this self-check on.
Yeah, it's teaching is a tough one. I always felt myself as a teacher. I was at the university. I finished the master degree when I was dancing in pros with Joanna already. I finished the degree in teaching methods in the dance education. So my background was very much awareness of how do we actually give the knowledge to our pupils and stuff. And there was a lot of different methods, of course. I mean, exploring is one. Let's see, like coming even for a lesson of, I don't know, let's see. I don't know, let's see how it goes. We have different options. You can do A, B, C, D. Let's see which one looks best. Oh, I like D. What about you? Yeah, we love D. It's done. You know, if we have 3 best options, let's play 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Let's go. So that method is also focus on the not the problem but solution. So it goes quicker if we know what we want. Let's find the solutions. Let's get there quite quick because I don't like wasting time. So let's. So there is a lot of, but different people have different needs for understanding. I have a quite high tempo on the lesson. I quite like it, but there are people who like to munch on one step on the fan for an hour. So I have to check. Oh, this is my rush. Let's relax here. What do you need? You really need to understand. Okay, because you are logic and pragmatic person, you need to understand where it comes from, the knowledge behind. Let's feed you. So then I have to, because of listening again, we have to find other avenues to actually help.
Solution focus, it's something that I wish I'd learned earlier.
Yeah,
like quite,
we all,
quite late in. So I wish that like dancers now and kids now would be a little bit more like solution focus. I guess like culturally, people, let's say in America, are more like this.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, next.
Problem, just give me
solution. That's it. Next. Yeah.
People in Europe are more artistic, a little.
Yeah, logical and all that stuff. Yeah, it's all valued. How long it takes for different people. Also, sometimes I'm impatient with certain couples. I want the result earlier, but they need some time to grow and all that. So just need that time. Again, it could be my issue because I'm a competitor at heart. So I want this couple to go fast and win and blah blah blah. Not necessarily their needs, so that would be to be adapted. But solution focus, I would say, if anything, has to be remembered from this part of that would be good, because I mean I have felt, and I've been with this. Okay, we have all the time problem with this connection and push pull that this too much, not enough, blah blah blah. So it comes from the solution. So what do we want? What's the intention of the step? What do we want here?
And probably, the connection is the last thing.
That's the last thing. That's it. So let's figure out what you both want in this step. What's the timing? What's the intention? She wants heavy, he wants light. Okay. So if you want heavy in that step, she wants light in that step. We have to discuss this, because that will affect them. So that solution on and working. My big thing, you mentioned our work is different. Comes from root for sure, that there is a meaning, strong meaning behind the movement. We're not just moving, it's not the exercise, it's an artistic form. Putting on a dance floor, there is a meaning behind the movement. Behind each step says something, whether it's form, whether it's kinetic energy, whether it's technique, whether it's relationship. You have to have some sort of idea what the steps, which message that step is sending. So there's just a movement, we're just moving, because then we go, push, pull, and then this. So, but why?
Yeah.
So why are we doing that particular step? Once this is established in that team, a team, with that coach or a teacher, then it gets easier, because then we know why we touch, what do we want through that touch, and not we just crush it. Yeah, of course. So yes, the teaching method is a big thing. There is a lot of possibilities, exploring as well, making the solutions, personality phase base.
Yeah,
that's what I like, to bring actually something personal from the couple. So if, like you guys said, the kinetic energy, for example, the speed changes is there. How can I not push that as a teacher? That would be stupid. If you have it, you have amazing, like Julia was flying around. It's like, we need that. You need that. To highlight all of your qualities, then we can work on other aspect. But you don't show in your strengths, that would be stupid to just ignore that. No, because I like technique. So you need to show me that. Or I need big shapes, that's it. So that would be just stupid. It's not even bad teaching, it's just stupidity. To put it lightly, you know, what I mean? It's like, come on, how can you work with that? Come on, are you mad? So it's just, I would say, it's a common sense. but to get into the common sense, you have, I guess, some sort of background. Well, there you go. So yes, yeah. So this teaching, yeah, go.
You mentioned like being a competitor at art, and I truly believe that you were the best competitor of all time.
In some ways I can see that. Yeah, but yeah.
Honestly, like I don't remember anybody being as good as competing as you.
Yeah.
And when you compete and you have that artistic, still you have to push that artistic vein. How do you balance that, being competitive and still being true to your art? Or is it the art of competing?
Yeah. That's a big one. I've heard that a lot. So maybe we refer to the first one about this competitiveness. I had that strongly for some reason. Yeah, I want the prize. That is, but the prize could be that I want appreciation of the audience, because I wanted both. I mean, I like to get the trophy, but if people are not looking at me and not giving me an applause, I'm suffering as an artist. So I want them both. I want to be the most entertaining and beautiful couple on the floor, and I want to get the prize. So for me, those things are were connected anyway. I mean, I learned about this pretty early when I won with Joanna our first UK championships. I got the prize. That I was having conversation with Ruud the next day. He said to me straight up, "If you dance like this, even if you win, I don't want anything to do with you." So that was like, oh, I said, what's going on? What's going on here? We should be happy. In a team, I just won the UK. Happy days. Stocks are up. But then I understood, yeah, I felt it. If I look back, yeah, I said, actually, I look at that fit, I said, I'm the worst guy there. Ruud is right, or weak, or not fit, not that. It's like, shit. So, you know, so that was one big sort of learning. And another big learning was when we were dancing Blackpool, I remember, and we got fourth place, and we lost to people that we should, let's say, win. But dancing was fab. I remember that night, and I was intrinsically motivated, like you say, artistically driven. Let's make a statement here into the dancing, and the audience I felt this appreciation and stuff. So. And that feeling of that appreciation and that feeling that, whoa, I left something on that floor that fulfilled, but that place didn't matter at all that moment. So I was fourth, but man, did I feel like I'm a winner. So, you know, so you can combine them. And so one lecture, I remember we were in Assen, I think, and Sammy Stoff was doing a lecture. And he said, you wanna be artistic, or you wanna win the competition? And Ruud at that time say, I want both. I want through artistry win the comp. He didn't know what to answer. I guess he didn't have the skill for it, or the intellectual tools, which I figured out later on watching other of his lectures. But yes, that could be confusing. You know, and the beauty of our form is that it can be combined. You can dance that paso with the most artistic valued movement and being totally into the movement, and at the same time feeling that you're slashing the throat of your competitors. You can have that very simultaneous feelings, and they are wonderful. Or in that rumba that I'm touching my partner is such a beautiful, and I'm touching all the hearts of all these people, and it's the most beautiful and the best touch in this room. Yeah. It's somehow, it's the full package of it. That's why I like our art form, that you can, through artistry, through compete. It's fab.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and it's a complex thing, and I see the struggle in balancing this. I never watched so much dancing like this week because
there you go.
Right? So I went to watch under 19, and you have these amazing kids that they're dancing great for 20 seconds, and then they're like,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, but I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to become a little more of a competitor.
Yeah.
Or you have kids, for example, that just go like crazy bulls in the arena, but then you start missing a little bit of the meaning behind
Yeah. The feel of it. Yeah.
right? So that balance, I think it's hard for young kids if they don't see it as a
whole
picture, and if they don't see it as an inter.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, so probably we should be talking about it like now, that it's a simultaneous thing. You can combine that, and not they live together and not separated. Yes, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm feeling, and many times I feel artistically ready. My emotions are there, my intentions are there. Yeah, in a second round, I'm already dead. My stamina is not there. My physicality is not there. So everything goes to shit. Beep. So, so there you go. Yeah, and I remember those is also, I'm dancing some finals, I'm not dying. And what's helping in is this outside motivation. I want to win this comp. And on that moment, it helps to drive. So it's a balancing this outside motivations, which could be the result, and intrinsic motivation, which is art, the wanting what I want to live, what sort of statement I want, what sort of feeling I want. That's how we want to look, how we want to touch people. That could be, so this outside motivations and intrinsic motivation would be nice to talk at the same time to couples. So yes, and even with the couples now, they say, okay, we are stuck in a semi-final. I want to be in that final. I need to take lessons with this one. I need the stamina, pam. And I say, okay, give me the reasons why you should be in that final and not this couple. And of course, start bitching. No, they are this, that. I said, yeah, do you have, in artistic sense, something more to offer inside of you, in your quality of dance, artistically, to actually be 6th or not 7th? And then the process can start. Why we should mark you, why you should be in the next round. So give, and those already has to be more specific into the dance qualities that are artistic then. So yeah, it's a nice one. You can combine. But yes, referring to myself, I felt it. That was killing me sometimes too, I have to say. And Ruth was with this, like, whoa, yeah, because that competitiveness was taking my subtleness, my sense of self satisfaction on the floor. I got to all sorts of mental issues, which we might talk about. That was unhealthy for me in many ways. That I succeeded, let's say, on the floor, but then privately I was drained. I didn't listen enough to my needs, because that competitive against this pressure, this wanting to succeed was killing me too.
Yes, I mean,
so it was hard.
I cannot even imagine. I mean, I did that in a very smaller scale.
Well, in a big scale, you do.
Being a champion for so many years, I think it comes with such a pressure.
Yes.
And it is a lonely place. We spoke about it many times. Yeah. And it is a place where you're very vulnerable there. Yeah. At the same time, it's amazing, but at the same time, it's something that it's hard to take. Yeah. Like, it's not easy. People don't see it. I don't think people realize it until they do it. Yeah. How hard it is to maintain. And you maintain it for years, 10 plus years. So it's unbelievable.
Well, that part. Yeah, it's a lonely place. It's. On a serious note, it got me into mental illness. Firstly, I was diagnosed with a severe episode of depression, but then we figure out it's bipolar. Now I speak about it openly in order to help people, because it's if you guys need help, you know where to find me, and I receive messages actually now, because I open up from people who need help in that and are suffering through mental illness. There's ways to deal with that, not only through the psychotherapy but actually medicine. So I'm on the medication. I feel happy. I feel stable for 4 or 5 years already. But when I was competing, I was not really aware of it. Right. So for me, it was normal that I was in a dark room for 3 days before Blackpool, suffering and nearly wanted to kill myself. And then I learned I know that 8:22 in the evening, I need to switch it on. So I need to do all that journey of self-destruction and positive pumping up to leave that sad person in the room and actually to be on top at 8:22. so
Almost had to go to that very...
Yeah, so it's like, absolutely. So I was experiencing down and up. That on-demand thing was almost automatic for me. So I didn't know any other way.
You were kind of training.
I was training that, okay, I know the sadness. That's why I didn't have problem with being depressed or sad or self-doubt, because I know I can pump myself up to be that competitive that I want to be. And that is... on that moment, I'm just shining. So yeah, so you would see that onness probably, that sort of, I was not even, so that was more of a battle with myself. Like, can I bring it on?
Life must have been...
In life was a struggle because I was up and down. Of course, after then a crash, after the highs, you suffer the lows. I mean, I did. Yeah, it wasn't easy, because of this pressure all the time and this, but then you try to soften it up a bit, then you collapse. It's not an easy time, but a lot of this is to put the pressure on yourself.
I think like now I feel these days in general, not only here in dancing, but I think in general people are taking mental health a bit more serious.
Yeah, thank God, Michael. Yeah,
thank God, because I can see from the past so many, now even in our industry, so many people that didn't take care of that, and you can totally see.
Yeah. It's a normal thing. I mean, it's much more. Thank God we can talk about it. I was on TV even. I've worked 10 years on TV, on Polish TV. When they found out I have bipolar, to protect me, they said, no, we cannot say you have bipolar, because the people that kill you, they're going to think you're a maniac. We have to say depression, that you were sad a bit, because people going to what people going to think about you, So this is it was rubbish. I mean, it's like, what, really? I mean, there are people killing themselves now or killing other people, and you want me to be quiet because of what? Because of we need to be on TV happy, or piss off. Piss.
It's much better to...
So it's much better. Yeah. So it's much...
People feel they're not alone.
Yeah. So So talking about it is good. I mean, I would say to be a bit healthier. We still have a particular role. So I'm not saying, we have to be all spiritual and maintain it. There is a particular role. If you want to be competitor, you want to do this and that. That requires particular skills.
Yeah, and it's still about It's still about the entertainment business, right?
Yeah.
See all this rock star going from to having a cup of tea.
Yes, so the hype is great. It's a great moment. I mean, to be it's yourself when you're dancing. Some moments you feel, whoa, this is a drug. This is like, whoa, it's amazing.
Be healthier. I think
to be healthier will be the thing. I mean, I spoke to with Ruud. Of course, we all knew about my issues and stuff, but to be a bit healthier, it would be good to be. Yeah, a bit probably happy in your private life as well.
Right.
To nurture yourself in private life. Like now I feel I'm privately so much happier, so happy with my family, what I'm doing. And I'm still competitive. I still want to result in business, it's a different thing. As a teacher, I'm still want to be successful, but somehow privately I can manage it better and be a bit in a happier place, manage it better, be a bit healthier. So,
yeah, I learned that also, and it's really truly. I'm not saying this because
that's cool.
It's because also I don't have many chance to tell you how I feel. So I'm going to use this. I learned also this from you, that it's so important also what I feel, and because I'm kind of that people pleaser a little bit sometimes. So to stick to really need in this moment.
Yeah,
because otherwise you can get into depression. And moment that you're not nurturing yourself and screw up with your brain.
Yeah. And you did that well. You've had a nice balance with this. Yeah, it was because I was much lighter guy. You're a bit deeper, so that's also a bit, you like things deeper. I was a bit lighter. Now I'm getting a bit more of a depth in my life somehow. I was a bit like lighter, let's say, on the surface. Or I was lying to myself, or both. You're a bit deeper. So for you, it was important to actually nurture and to find depth, because actually that was helping you dancing too.
Yes.
You know, the way you,
These things are so
yeah, because it's our personality, because we cannot take, you know, we are not in the swan lake that, okay, you're going to be the swan and go, and we don't care about you. In us, it's us doing it as someone. So yes, I am Michał Malitowski in bed, watching the morning breakfast, and yes, I will be Michael in the evening. That's going to be the same person, but very different. So, and of course, if I get all of it, all the personality and the characteristics of you into the floor, that's even more beautiful. You know, that's what we're talking about. You could actually, if you dig deeper, so now we're discovering actually maybe I could be even much better,
because I bring all that.
yeah. If I was digging with that stuff, then well, maybe you know what I mean. So maybe the dancing would be even better that time. So hopefully through this and through the stuff, you know, going deeper into the personalities of people, dealing with the issues,
Yeah.
bringing them, and not just hiding, because we need to be happy faces in the cha-cha. Yeah. So
Real issues.
Exactly.
We want to just go into the dancing.
Yeah. So
Probably worse.
yeah. So maybe now in a more healthier, sort of more open, let's say more understanding circumstances, we can have even better dancing. You know, much deeper, much more, even more personal and different, because everybody is different. So it's a beautiful world of this psychotherapy and, you know, and self-discovery that, whoa, you know, the future is bright, man. If you go, and you see it on the floor. Yeah, more knowledge. You see it on the floor. Some kids today, it's like, whoa, this is some people from China. It's like, they're not trying to be English anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Or cover. They like, they got their culture, like, what? It's like, yes, let's support that, you know. Don't try to be me or you or this one. Let's get this going. Yeah, we'll see you there. So it's a beautiful also way that we were asking about me being competitor and dealing with stuff, how to say. It unleashed also nicer stuff now to be a better teacher, or to see better what is in front of me and what I'm, you know. So that competitiveness, I hated this about myself at the end, you know, but some aspects of it I had, and I got the prize, yes. You know, yes, had good days, yeah, you have 8 blacks, well, okay, fine. So, but I could do it much better, which I hope I can change. I did already was changing, like you mentioned, working with you was a different experience and so on. Yeah, nice.
All right, so what being a dad, now you're a dad to a beautiful girl, Leah. What that experience is like, I guess it's wonderful, but in your life, how did it change your life?
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, she's 8. She's 8, so she's not a little girl. She's everything to me, clearly. It's changed a lot. Now our family, basically, it's Leah, me, and Julia, so I couldn't be a father without the help of my wife. Like she had to step in as a stepmom, which is challenge in itself, you know, to manage that dynamic that Leah has a mom, but now she has a stepmom and a father. So there's a whole sort of new game, and without Julia, I really could not do it by myself. It could be a lot harder, I have to say. So that helps me a lot to be a good dad, because I can focus on certain things. Even if when I work, I have a help from Julia. So I have, otherwise I would be just a single dad. So that helps me a lot. Yeah, I got Leah straight after coming out of retirement. So that was a shift from being a competitor into suddenly we're going to have a baby, I'm going to be a father. And I was dealing with my mental issues then. So she was in all of this. It was a big part, and in different stages. We split when Leah was 3. So thankfully, she doesn't remember that period was so hard of a breakup for her. And now Leah is sort of seeing Julia as a natural figure in her life. So for that, I was timing was everything. Like in everything, timing is everything, because she really feels that this is her norm. You know, that it's a normal thing. I have shared time, so we're trying to do 50-50 as much as possible. Some months I would have Leah more, some months Leah would be more with Joanna, with her mum, but trying to be really a full on that and part of her life. And if I'm not with her, to connect with her, I can call her, we can speak. So it's a 24/7 job. It's not as a, because we are separated, okay, this is my time and bye-bye. It's a full-on thing. It's a wonderful experience. It's scary. I love her to bits, and I like her as well, which is one thing, because to love a child is sort of automatic, because if you don't love, you're an asshole. If you leave and you know, if you just say bye-bye to your child, people see you as an asshole. So you're sort of forced to it. So if you don't want to be an asshole, you know, look after the baby, pay for the maintenance, be on time, spend time with her. Otherwise, you know, you're not a good dad. So that sort of thing. So that love is sort of there. But to like is a different thing, because I actually enjoy spending time with her. So because it's this nature is one thing, but the nurture is another thing. So we're watching these shows, we are laughing and things, we're spending time together. So actually, I don't want to sound like this American thing. We are friends, because we're not friends. I'm her dad, but we have a good time together. So I like spending time with her. She's not a bad person. She could be, but I like her. It's different things. So, yeah, I actually like her. I look forward to seeing her. I like driving her to school, and we listen to the same music. We have our playlist on Spotify that we add songs. Those sort of stuff are, you know, I tell her that this song is shit. I tell her, it's like, maybe not on our playlist. You know, we have to agree, because so we actually have a good banter. You know, so now, so in the beginning it was just, you know, she needs food and that and protection and the house and a private school and all that jazz she needs. But now it's like it's a proper becoming a person. So we talk. We were sleeping in the same bed like for years. Only now I managed, you know, okay, this is your bed, because we were so bonded, like high walk and kissing and daddy this and that. So even to cut it, to explain her, okay, you're a bigger girl, I have to be by yourself, sleep, all this. So it's a process, but I like her. That's the thing, that we have a good time together, and you know, that I see that she has social skills, that she's likable, that she has friends. I know her friends. We spend time together. We organize parties. So actually, the whole experience it's getting better. In the beginning, it was just, you know, you need food, you need basic, as it is, because, you know, it's a child. Like, you know, there's not much there. It's like, hi, hey, she's happy. She has food. She's happy. She doesn't have food. She's angry. It's simple. Yeah, you can, and yeah. So we were always, of course, there was a different relation when she's 2 or 3, 4. But now it's nice. It's growing. You know, it's growing. So she starts asking different questions that you need to have answers. You know, and and it's scary. And actually, to be true to yourself, even about the breakup and about different things. And so it's like to be true and not lie and be like, you know, there, because I want her to be mentally healthy baby. So she, you know, the physique is one thing, but the whole mental, emotional aspect, I've been through so much stuff, which is, thank God now, because the skills, the experience I have, you know, the mental illness is also in a DNA, because it's passed on. So it's searching with her if she's sad, what's going on. So this conversation, this context. So my experience has helped me being probably a better dad, because we talk a lot.
Right.
I want to know. I don't leave stuff, let's talk. If you say, let's talk about it. You have these emotions. Let's deal with this. Let's be there. Not that I just love you, but I don't spend time with you. I don't investigate.
That's amazing. Because I guess before, like, families sometimes they don't go to the
for sure. It could be. Yeah, exactly.
When you grow up, you miss out on, or we don't go to that emotion.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. So in that sense of this, it's like based on the principles. I hate violence. I hate aggression. I don't mind bad mood and being angry. This is normal emotions, but just dealing with this and voicing it, it's in a healthy way. It's tough. So yeah, Aliyah it's my little baby girl, and yeah, the girls are awesome. I have to say. I mean, yeah. So this is absolutely true. She's like daddy, which I don't mind at all. Yeah.
So maybe one day she's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, take it.
How would you deal with that?
What I learned is to be really present in the moment, because this is what we have, and that's it. So future is even in our head only. The past is part of us. The future we don't know. So to be really present, and actually, I really like everyday stuff. She's 8 now. I'm driving her to school tomorrow. I look forward to it, and that's what it ends. There's some sort of plan and schooling, and of course there was, some plans and. But I try to be really present, and maybe the fact that I don't have her all the time helps me also, that I value the time with her a lot.
Right.
That when I really, and I feel it with her too, somehow, that she looks forward to it. Her life is not boring. So I actually think at the beginning, oh yeah, pool, we are split, but actually now I feel it's better. I mean. In COVID, she was excited to go to Joanna, for example, and I knew she was so excited to come to me. It was like this, and I value that time because it's limited. Because I know this is my time, so I better use it well. So I'm really present, really trying to enjoy each moment with her. So she keeps me more intact in terms of being in the moment.
Yeah,
that's really the joy of life, enjoying simple things. Like, I'm going to cook eggs for her, and it's a thing. We're going to talk about it. We're going to, what it is, and the eggs are good for you, and that is the whole, I'm in that moment. So she helps me to be more present and enjoying very simple things in life.
It's a humbling experience.
So that part is just awesome. Just watching a TV show together, chatting, laughing, playing football together. That part is absolutely gorgeous.
What is the most valuable lesson that you take from dancing that you maybe want her to learn, that you learned through your dancing, would like her to pick up on?
There's a lot, I guess, but number one is, which is tough, is to find a passion, for sure. That's a big one. I mean, and because these days also, she tried already millions of sports and everything, man. She tried everything already. She's 8. I don't see her yet really going for something, for one thing. And that could be a thing. Why not? To try in your life, a bit of everything is fine. But I learned that you have to choose somehow.
At some point, yeah.
If I was supposed to say, what, if you want to succeed or be fulfilled in something, then probably find something that you're passionate about, and nothing to do with what I want for you, or mommy wants for you, or Julia wants for you, grandparents, or the society. But even if it's a very niche, it's the most stupid stuff you might think, the most ridiculous niche thing that you are passionate about, go for it, and don't think it's not going to give you money or this or that. So that's it, because I had a tough choices with the dancing and football. You played football, yourself. I love football. And at some point I was like, okay, do I play football or do I dance? And then at that time I spoke to my dad, and it was amazing, because of course football, more money, more this and that. I said, son, you just have to make a decision. We cannot, first of all, we don't have money. Second of all, you have to, this because I still want you to finish the education. So you need to choose. So choose wisely what you really love to do. So at that point, to choose dancing was not popular, but I'm happy with the choice. You gave me my life. I love it. This is my life. I love ballroom dancing and the whole thing. It's my lifestyle, you know. So probably that one would be a big one attached to the passion. Yes, to find it. Yes, and to be happy in it, and that doesn't need to be commercial or thinking of the money, because that doesn't bring. And it's a side product of that. Or if money is your thing, then go for it and think how you can make more money. You know, if you're passionate about it, then think about it. You know, if I was passionate about the money, I would probably not do ballroom dancing. But I don't care about money that much. I like the money to give me freedom, but I'm not obsessed with it. If I was, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I'll be at the stock market right now. You know, so probably to choose. And the dancing, the dancing is such a beautiful thing, because also in the young age it teaches you competitiveness too.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice. You win and you lose, and that's life, and that is okay. That teaches you a lot, you know. Exactly, and this is what I like about this. It's like, you know, it is nice thing. It's not the life is not the cherry cake. You have to deal with a lot of mix. Yeah. So if I'm saying to my daughter, it's like, yeah, because she sees me as a world champion. I said, darling, are you kidding me? I know how it is to be not liked, or to be hated, or to be out of first round, to lose. That strengthened my character. So there's a big part of ballroom dancing that I love, that it has the whole spectrum of interactions, social skills, how to talk to people, how to improve, how to communicate with the partner.
Yeah,
it's massive. It's such a beautiful thing. So there's a lot that would help me to sort of parent my child from the dancing. A lot of skills. Actually, we're not aware, and many parents, when their child are stopping being 15, 16, it's not a lost time.
Right. No,
it's not a lost time. There is learning a whole lots of stuff that will help them in life. They don't even know it. So it's not only that price.
Yeah.
You know, it's not only that price, but a lot of skills.
And not to be, especially at that early age, to be driven by the price.
Yeah. Well,
massive learning.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
On a completely different subject, but let's still talk about result. As a judge, are you passionate about that, or is just something?
Judging?
Yes.
Oh, it's a bitch. That's gonna go in.
Much more fun than I can. But
yeah,
as a judge, right?
Yeah.
So there is
be specific.
Try to different issue with that.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the fact that you stand all day.
Yeah.
It's hard by itself. But more on a deeper subject, how I find it. I always, because I have few experience now of judging, and I always feel myself, okay, how can I not be just buying what I believe in?
Yeah.
Because I don't want that. I want to be open-minded, that other things that I don't believe in or that are not my priorities are still very good. And I think there is little of that, and should be more of that. People check themselves and not be so biased.
I miss what I experienced first. I miss the education, to be honest. I miss the education part of the judging, talking about it, seminars, sharing. I miss that part of it, because you finish suddenly, you know, when I was competing, you get knowledge and all stuff, and actually about judging, you don't get much knowledge. So you have to, so sort of you're thrown into, my first experience was, my first competition I ever judged was Royal Albert Hall. Straight away, so from May, Royal Albert Hall, I was petrified because I never judged the comp. It was never in my mind. So I have the list of the couples. I was so freaked out I'm gonna miss her. I go to the toilet. Okay, I know who makes the time, so I prejudged almost. So I put the dots to the numbers that should make it to the top 30. I was so freaked out. Just in case. We had no idea. Nobody told me. So it just was the champion. There you go. Off you go. You can just remember it all. I was like, what? So I just dot, just in case. So of course, I was then figuring it out pretty soon. No. So I judged the dance. I seen the samba. Ricardo is in. I haven't seen you before. so I didn't even mark him in the cha-cha. so that must have been bad. It's like, he hates him so much, he didn't mark him. So anyways, that was my first experience, which was a shock after I got better. Yeah, I miss the education part about it. I don't mind it because at least now I have a job to do. So I like watching some days the couples and on the thing. There's some days it's actually you have a job to do and assess. I've experienced, and like you rightly say, in the core would like to be as true as possible to yourself, to be fair. I was brought up in this country. I come from Poland, but I was brought up really here, and I knew that I come from nowhere. I came to Blackpool and won under 21. Nobody knew me. So that belief that I can make it in this country was just so huge, that the fairness was always in this country. And still we have the best comps here.
Yeah.
But not in America, for example, and the amazing comps in America, amazing stuff, but somehow they love America more than the fairness of the dancing. I see it that way. So they cannot grow in that sense because people are just, it's just not fair. Sorry. You're going to judge Americans. And this, you're going to judge the country, because we believe in the flag, or other countries with different things. So in this country, I really rooted in me was the idea of fairness, whatever it takes to be fair. And that's tough because of course you're dealing with teaching. You like people, you don't like certain people, you have to judge them.
Yeah, you're
emotionally involved. So you're dealing with a lot of issues you're dealing. As a core, I try to be as fair as possible. And even if I see somebody never seen that kid before and stuff, give them a chance, because I see a little boy there, so I see that potential. And yes, very often, like you say, it's like, I've had it many times, I don't like it. It's a first, it's the best here. Because overall, somehow the quality of whatever criteria you would take, because we don't judge according to criteria, we just like it or not. So whichever criteria you value more, is it the partner, is it the speed, is it the personality or complex choreography, whatever is important for you, yeah. So many times, I don't like it first, and I like it, it's just not good enough.
Yeah, and I think that sense of fairness.
That underneath lying has to be there. I'm not saying I've succeeded. I still struggle with it, because of the emotional involvement and this and the politics is there. Ideally, I want to, as much as possible, to get out. Even now with the splits of federations and stuff, you still want to stay as on it as possible, which is not easy.
Yeah,
it's just not easy. But at least to acknowledge that that you're dealing with all this is already good. It's already a good place rather than no. We're not. No. I am fair. Yeah, really. And let's everybody check with yourself, okay? And ask you so there are questions, and then make the
exactly.
So, but
the fact that you check already, I think
that's already good. It's already good. But as a core of it, somehow I still was brought up in this system of fairness that you can dance those UK international Blackpool events, and bloody hell, people from out of you do it good, you have appreciation, you can make it. So that as a core, I think it's a good value to maintain. Yes, and I learned from people to the good ones that are judging them for a long time. People for huge experience, and I experienced that. I've had so many lessons with them. They told me and they still didn't mark me. I think, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm like, that is amazing. This is like, wow, you can be so honored that I thought I got you in the pocket and you didn't mark me. That's amazing. And that's happening here a lot. So there is, so we have to have some sort of morals, values, principles, but it's a hit or miss. It's a tough one.
Yeah, you mentioned like the politics and all that. What went wrong that we have this big turmoil now, and this not right now, but we had this period in the last few years, collisions and and confusion. What went wrong for you?
Well, first of all, a lot of things went good and are going good, and we are here, and the dancing is developing and is spreading. I mean, I can speak also for a Polish business. I've been involved with my brand Dance Malitowski in Poland, working on Prime, working on bringing these kids to the business and improving, and we're doing amazing. You know, we growing the numbers, we growing the revenues. You know, the dancing becoming more popular. I was 10 years on TV. You know, not only the champion. So a lot of things, like my experience, for example, in Poland, is like overwhelming. Because we invested a good energy, positive mindsets, good business plans, you know. So, and for a lot of countries are also going well. So a lot of things are going well. With the split, it's speaking also to other people, they say, Donny Burns, Sammy Stopford, out. This is the cancer of the business, out. You know, and I can't blame. You know, I'm going, when Donny Burns was the president of WDC or involved, we had a split with IDSF. We were dancing. We said, "What's going on here?" You know, we suddenly have two words. You cannot dance this. Our business is halved, and importance of the words is halved. That's that. Then now we have another one, WDO. Of course, we all want the WDO because we have no other choice. So Donny Burns is the president of WDC. Half of them go into WDO. So I'm thinking, mate, you're not doing a good job. Yeah. You're a loser. You know, sorry to be blankly, but looking back, you're not doing a great job. You know, so certain people, because it's not our generation, so I'm going to throw stuff at them, because it's not we created this mess. It's people who are in those positions. And let's be accountable. Let's be fair. Come on, it's not go around the bush. This is a loss. It's a failure. You're a failure. So, and you're still there. So certain people on certain positions, it's like, come on, you're still there.
Yeah.
After, imagine in a big companies, in Coca-Cola, they say, okay, listen, mate, we lost half of the clients. They left there.
And then 10 years after.
Yeah, you know, another half. Yeah. How are we doing? Yeah, we're still good, because, you know, you and me are still all right. We still have cash, so we good. We're still good. Yeah. So there's certain people that should be accounted for. It's a simple fact as that. It's like, come on, it's not rocket science. You've done a good job. Leave. You know, leave. It's like you've done a bad job. So certain people. Another one is with Blackpool Dance Festival. It's a clear job. It's like Michael Williams. I'm sorry, under you, people decided not to dance the biggest festival in the world. So must be something wrong. Can you give somebody else a chance, maybe? Yeah. Or, you know, so a lot of, I think in the generation before, they were great dancers apparently and stuff, and their egos or lack of communication creates a mess for you and me right now. Yeah. And that's, and that is the facts. So even lack of, it's okay not to have the same opinion, but talk to each other. Try to create some common sense, to common ground for stuff.
Grow something for the future and not just destroy.
Yeah, it's just destroy, and now it's a half thing, and we're happy with this, and that's going to be even more half. So that part is terrible. And previous generation and two people that I mentioned, it's just such an obvious thing, and I'm sorry, but I have no respect for that, and I don't have no respect for them and the failure in my eyes. What we're doing now, we try to swim in it and do the best we can at the moment.
As a society, what do you think we should really focus on? Like, as a collective, what do you think is the best way to go forward and to make it better?
as a collective, at the moment, if we talk about politics, even the federation, we have WDSF, WDO, WDC, none of these words matter anymore. That's the fact. It matters for these people doing this. They believe in it and stuff. I already experienced it when I didn't decide to dance the worlds. Didn't change my life a bit, and I was still a champion. So whatever you believe, it doesn't change the fact that it's split. So if there could be in the future some collectiveness, some collective understanding, and some, which is probably the generation after this generation dies, and we are sort of there, maybe there is an idea at least that could be under one umbrella to actually have a world champion. At the moment, nobody even wants that because everybody is happy that they don't have to see the other people. So I don't see that changing at the moment. We need major events that holds everyone like we have at the moment, international UK, and they need to stay strong.
Right.
Blackpool ideally comes back to its glory. But at the moment we have two major events that we need as a collective thing to hold on and to make it as fair as possible, and that Robin and Chris are doing the best job they can. And it's not easy to balance and stuff
in this difficult period.
Oh, it's so tough. So we need that. We need that. And individually in the countries, we need to do our groundwork to be as liberal, as open as possible.
Fair
and open, and we
doing like this. They're
absolutely.
Then the ocean.
That's it. So I'm the guy of solution, like I told you, and on the positive vibe. I invest my time in Poland at the moment to create that. And the couples, yes, I'm okay. I'm teaching couples from WDC, WDO, even from WDSF. It's fine. Let's go. Whatever you need. The federation is open. Whatever you need, let's collectively move. Whatever you choose is best for you. Let's support that. But I'm doing my bit on a smaller scale. But I believe so collectively, if everybody do that in their countries, in their studios, in their events,
in a big picture.
The bigger picture is massive. Then there is a bigger thing.
Talking about Poland, and you're also an organizer of, I think, one of the best event in Europe. That's for sure. Like your events are amazing. I've been
you won the Worlds last year.
Yeah, but I was like also one of the first.
One of
the first you ever done, and I mean, you build such a community of people that it grows every time I come. It's bigger and bigger and bigger, and you have like a lot of this the prem field, which is amazing.
Yes.
As an organizer, you are an organizer of one of the best event out there. I feel.
I've
been there a few times to Poland, and seeing that society and that community grow so much in the years, it's been amazing. So what is the secret of organizing such beautiful events and give people a chance to dance in the best hotels, best venues, the great music, live music? It's great band. It was amazing.
I mean, so I will not share a lot of secrets because they're secrets, but there are ingredients for sure. I mean, you were now doing first time the event in Marbella, so it needs a team. It needs a team and a vision and a lot of patience and details to make it happen. But you guys did immediately, so you did it quick in a success. So it was a journey with dancing by Malitowski, having a dance studio, having the vision, first of all, that it could be something, that we could create something. It starts with a vision and with a dream and with actions. So we had that dream to actually create a big prime market in Poland. That was our vision. What I liked about it, that it was non-political. We didn't have federation, so that proved itself that you don't need the federations as such to create that community. So this was, and it's still there. So we're not doing it as any federation. We're doing it as an amazing event, good quality, or like you say, 5-star food, 5-star hotel, 5-star setup, lighting, music, all the details are there, judges, people. Hopefully that when you do a good job, people will come. So nobody That's right. So nobody is forcing anybody. We our last event was the biggest prime one-day event in Europe.
Yeah.
With the
Like on.
yes, in one day. So it is growing. It's education. It's being patient. It's putting the hours in. So we currently have 3 events. We will be growing to 4th event. So on the Polish map, I think it's enough. So our core business is prime, but I am also, because my heart is with the competitive and sport dancing, we're gonna host WDO Professional Latin World Championship in September in Warsaw, which I'm very passionate, and again, I'm doing my bit that I believe at the moment this is the right thing to do, and the best couples in Latin at the moment there. So I hope that it will be successful. I'm sure it will be successful.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and it has a lot of ingredients, to create a magic.
Yeah.
You need a very concrete ingredients, and that's how I would say. But I cordially invite you to all of our events.
Yes, I mean, and you don't want to miss that, because I've been there, and the energy is crazy, and people in Poland, they.
Oh, for sure.
It's unbelievable.
There's no late night.
There's no late night.
No, it's just. Yes.
All right, Michael, we went past an hour, which is.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry to take your time.
No, it's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Here.
Thank you so much.
It's been amazing for me personally to have you here.
Perfect.
I love it.
Me too. Thank you.
Welcome everybody to another episode of One on One, a WDO program to get you up close with the personality and stars and great minds of the dance industry. Talking about great minds, we just had a great interview with Michael Malitowski. We touched some very, very deep subjects, such as mental health and being a champion and politics and competing, and you really want to hear this. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.